These are not the typical conditions your average pleasure boater will try and go out in, but sometimes we'll find ourselves in bad spots, kind of like some of the people we're about to see in this video coming up. Welcome back, guys. It is your boy Broncos Guru, and it is this week's episode of Boating News of the Week. Our first incident to make the boating news this week is going to take us across the pond, where over in Ireland, the Irish Coast Guard received a distress call from this commercial vessel, the Lily B. The Lily B became disabled in heavy seas. The Irish Coast Guard was dispatching a tug to help, but they also called in the RNLI to assist until that tug could arrive. 3 RNLI life-saving vessels arrived on the scene and actually attached to this vessel to help pull it away from the coast, as the Lily B had become dangerously close to the rocky shoreline of the Irish coast. Fortunate for these guys, the RNLI was able to come to the rescue, because if they would have had to wait on the tug, things probably could have gotten bad fast, as this vessel when they arrived was only a half-mile offshore. Loss of life on this one could have been heavy had this vessel been pinned into the rocks. While I was doing the research for this though, I ran across several really interesting stories from the RNLI that we had not commented on. Somehow I've missed these over the last couple weeks. We've had a lot going on in the boating world, and somehow these ones slipped through the cracks, but I wanted to bring them to you because they are some pretty interesting stories. Like right here, where these people were out walking on a beach, not really paying attention, and the next thing they knew, when they turned around, they had become stranded on a rock as the tide had come up around them, and the water was too deep for them to walk back to the shoreline, especially with this young child. Fortunately for this family, they had a cell phone. They were able to make a phone call for help, and the RNLI was dispatched. Fortunately for this family, they arrived extremely quickly, because by the time they did arrive, the father was struggling to hold this little girl's head above the water because the water had become so deep around them. Once again, just another great save by the RNLI. Really is amazing. These guys are all volunteers as well. If you're not familiar with this organization, this is not like a paid team like the Coast Guard. Everybody truly volunteers to do this, and one of their main sources of funding is donations. This is another incident that happened just a few weeks ago, where this fishing vessel capsized with these 3 gentlemen on it. None of these 3 are wearing life jackets. Once again, a quick response by the RNLI, or these guys could have been in serious trouble. This really is an incredible organization doing some absolutely fantastic things across the pond. And I'll tell you guys what, for every 1,000 likes this video gets this week, I'll donate $100 personally to the RNLI. So go ahead and like that thumbs up button up. Our next incident to make the boating news this week is going to bring us back over stateside, where a young family was rescued in Florida by the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office after strong wind and waves capsized their vessel near Tampa. When the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office did arrive, as well as the Tampa Fire and Water Rescue teams, they found 7 people in the water, 4 adults and 3 children. One of the most amazing things in the world happened though. All 7 of these people actually had life vests on at the time they arrived. I know this may seem like a very basic thing, but after making a ton of these videos now, you would be surprised how rare this is to actually happen. Typically when these guys arrive, maybe one person has a life jacket, but it's not uncommon that nobody has one. Of course, because everybody was wearing their life jacket, everybody was rescued safely off here with no injuries. Probably one of the most exciting pieces of news that we'll get this week is that it is finally here. The Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show starts today. I do plan to bring you guys some coverage from this event, so go ahead and line it up in the comment section below. Let me know if there's anything that you guys are interested in seeing from the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. One of the main reasons this is news is because so many people were speculating whether or not this event would be pulled off. Flibs was pretty adamant the whole time they were going to do it. They plan to do a lot of different social distancing, and of course have stepped up their cleaning and sanitization protocols, but it's definitely going to be a different boat show for sure this year. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Boating News of the Week. If you ever see anything crazy happening out on your waterways, be sure to hit me up on Facebook or Instagram and let me know, and you might see your stories over here. And as we mentioned earlier in the video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Once again, for every 1,000 likes this video gets, I will go ahead and donate $100 over to the RNLI. And if you haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button as well. If not, we're coming to steal your drain plug.